Hey, third graders. As promised, Mrs. Peters is going to be teaching you a new workplace. So I'm actually going to start with this one. So we learned this game earlier in the year and played it a little when we were in remote. It's called Target 100, and it gives us a lot of practice with place value and just practice adding numbers and some mental math if we want to do it that way. I want to remind you that in your math kit, you have a deck of cards. And I think you also were sent home Target 100 playing boards. If not, we'll make sure and get you some more. And you have a whiteboard marker and an eraser, and then you have a sheet protector. So you can save paper by putting that game into the sheet protector to play. Um, I'll attach a copy of the playing board in case you can print copies at home or ask your teacher at school, and we can get you some more. So here's how Target 100 works. You'll need your deck of cards or the digital app, and you need to remove the tens. We don't want the tens in for this game. And then you need a playing board, the Target 100 recording sheets. And again, depending on how you do it, you can use this digital version, or we can send some home, or you might have one already. So the first thing you do is you're going to draw 4 cards because you're going to create two-digit numbers, and it takes 4 cards to do that. So you pull those 4 cards out, and then you're going to decide you're going to make two-digit numbers that come as close to 100 as possible. Your score is going to be the difference between your sum and 100. So the closer you get to 100, the lower your score. And this game's kind of like golf. We want a low score. So let's go to the game board and let's play around. All right, here we go. So I am going to pick 1, 2, 3, 4 cards, and I am going to set them out here where I can easily see them. Oops, doesn't want to go there. And then turn them over. Oh, so if you get a 10, this strange enough has 10s in it. Just discard it and pick another card. There we go. Okay, so now again, I need to pick 2 numbers that are going to be in the tens place and 2 numbers that are going to be in the ones place. So I usually try and look for combinations of numbers that make 9 or sometimes 10, depending on what I've drawn. So when I look at this, I see that if I use my 5 and my 3, I'm going to put those in my tens place. If I have 5 tens and 3 tens, that gives me 80. And I did that because I have 9 in the ones place and 8 here. So essentially what I have is 5 tens and 3 tens is 80. And when I add my ones, I have 9 and 8 is 17. So 80 plus 17 is 97. So I'm going to write that out just for those of you that want to see that. So I had 5 tens and 3 tens. Sorry, I'm writing the best I can on this. Oops. And that gave me 8 tens, or 80. You know how Mrs. Peters is writing with a mouse. And I'm going to add my ones. So I have 9 ones and 8 ones, and that gives me 17. Then when I add my 80, and again, I'm confident many of you can do this mentally, so feel free to do so. Just make sure you're accurate. And if you're not comfortable doing it mentally, practice with paper and pencil, and I bet you'll get better. You'll end up being able to do that. So that gives me 9 tens and 7 ones. That's a good score. So up here, I write my addition problem. And again, if you're working on paper and pencil, you would just write it there. So 59 plus 38 is 97. It's always good if you're playing with a partner, double check each other's work just to make sure that we're being accurate. So my score is the difference between 100 and 97. So if I think, well, 97, it would take 3 more to make 100. So my score is 3. Then let's see, I can erase this work, but I can do it this way. Oh, nope, I can't do that. I don't want to clear all my drawing, so let's cancel that. And we will use this. And then we will discard, and the other player goes. Now, if you're playing, you can do this by yourself, and you're just going to fill in each. Play 5 rounds and fill it in. If you're playing with a partner, you could record your partner score here. But regardless, when it's your turn again, you're going to discard those cards. If you're playing with real cards, just create a discard pile. And then you're going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4 more. Okay? So you get your 4 cards and you take another turn at making two-digit numbers that are as close to 100 as possible. Let's think for a second. What would you do on this play? What two-digit numbers would you come closest to? Okay, well, we're going to move on. I'm curious what you did, because the next version of this game is actually making 2 3-digit numbers and trying to come as close to 1,000 as possible. So you can see I've already drawn 6 cards. It's going to take 6. And my job is to try and create, again, 2 3-digit numbers. So again, I usually start with the biggest place value. And I try and get some numbers that are close to 8 or 9, because I know that I'm going to have some 10s, and I know I'm going to have some 1s with the other cards. So I am going to try this. I'm going to put a 7 in the hundreds place of one number and a 1 in the hundreds place of another number, because that gives me 800 already. Remember, my goal is 1,000. Then, I think I'm going to put a 9 and a 1 there. If I have 700 and 100, that's 800. If I have 9 10s and 1 10, that's another 100. So now I'm up to 900. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my 2s there. So I have 792 plus 112. Now, again, you might want to use some scratch paper, especially for this one, or you could possibly do it with mental math. I'm going to do it this way. I'm just going to show you my work. So if I have 700 and 100, that gives me, oops, let me get my writing tool. And I like to use black. My 700 and my 100 is going to give me 800. If you have scratch paper, you'd want to write on that. Okay. In my tens place, I have 9 and 1. That's 10 tens, which is going to give me another 100. And then if I add my 1s, I have 4. So my answer would be 904. I think I can get closer. Do you see it? I'm going to get you started and then see if you can figure it out. So I'm going to do this, friends, and I'll let you finish the turn. I think I am going to trade that 2. I'm going to trade that. If I trade that 1 and that 2, I want you to figure out what the sum of that is and what my score is. All right, so those are 2 games to play. Target 100 you can start with. And then if you're feeling strong with that and want more addition practice with 3-digit numbers, then try Target 1000. So good luck. Okay, I couldn't go away without showing you what my thinking was. So I am going to erase this work because I'm going to add up my new numbers. I'm going to show you how I did it. So that was 906. That was, gosh, like 94 away. But now I have 7 hundreds and 200s. So I have 900, and I have 9 tens and 1 10, which gives me another 100. And then I have 1 and 2 in the ones place, which gives me 3. So now my score is, or the sum I should say, is 1,003. So I'm going to write that here. I would have 791 and 212. My answer is 1,003. Oops, I guess I can write it here. 1,003. I'm going to discard these so I can get them out of the way. Away, away. And my score is the difference between 1,000 and the sum, which would be 3. I hope you saw from that example that you really never want to take your first guess. Boy, this is just such a great game for building fluency with numbers and having perseverance and all that. So if you play this game and you want to show off your work, you can snap a picture of it and send, or if you do it on paper, I'd love to see it. You don't have to turn it in, but it is really going to grow your brain. So, all right, see you guys.